Hey, 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 Spotster. Oh, hello, Krabby Pants. I'm so glad you joined. You haven't been here in quite a while. And hello, Tortoise. Oh, Tortoise, you always make me feel so grounded. So I was wondering, have you seen any chance of the kids being? They're there. Of course they're there. Spotty Scotty spotted them right away, didn't he? That's Spotterama. He's so awesome. He is great. Well, I will be there momentarily. I cannot wait to be with my team, my community. Here we be together, together. Hello. Oh my goodness. I better take my eyes off to see you better. I can see you even better without my glasses on because you're far, far away. My name's Miss Beth. This, of course, is Spotty Scotty. He spots all the amazing, amazing moves, breathing, and stillness that we're going to do together. And then we have, of course, Tortoise. Tortoise, he shows up, you show up, Tortoise, to keep us grounded. We're going to talk about what it feels like to be grounded today. And then we got Krabby Pants. Krabby Pants, what are you crabby about today? Nothing, because you're at the virtual Y with all of the kids. Look at that, kids. Because you showed up, Krabby Pants is feeling good. Way to be of service. All right, well, you know the deal. We're going to go ahead and start to roll around from the middle of our core. That's what we call the middle of our body, our core. The middle. I love it. Take a listen in as you're moving around. Go slow if there's a place that feels like it's skipping over. This is where we start our listening inward, not just outward. Pause at the front and then go the other way. Look at you. What we're doing right now, fans, if you were just getting here for the first time, we're doing something called coaxing our bodies to move. That's right. Because I'm going to freeze for this one and tell you the truth. If your brain had a choice, it would stay in one place. Do you know why? Because that one place you feel safe, secure, and your brain, one of its functions is to keep us safe. So do this with me. Make a fist, that's your brain. And then make a little tiny, like you're holding a pea. Inside your brain, right about there, there's a pea-shaped thing called the amygdala. 4-syllable words, Spotty. We collect 4-syllable words. Anyway, the amygdala. The amygdala is like a detector, and it's always looking out to make sure we're safe and sound. And when we do any shift, change, or transition from one thing to another, our amygdala gets bigger. And it gets brighter. And it kind of takes over if we don't watch out for it. And so here's what we do. Let's twist again and I'll tell you. What we're doing is we're communicating with our amygdala saying, hey, this small movement feels pretty good. Maybe more would feel even better. Go the opposite way. And then that amygdala that was getting big and taking over our thinking processes gets small again. And then our body goes, ooh, let's move some more. So everybody bring those feet up and those arms up and give yourself a shake, 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 shake in the front and shake to the side, shake to the other side, walk, walk, walk. Go up and down and find your tabletop with me. We're going to go ahead and start in tabletop. Okay, here we go. Find your hands and make them look the same. Look through your feet and make sure, look through your legs and make sure your feet look the same. And then we're going to go ahead and do this. We'll do the first one together. Inhale, cat. Tuck your chin. Arch your back. And then exhale, cow. Look up, breathe up, shoulders are low. And then inhale, cat. Now, I want you to just go ahead and do 4 or 5 of these on your own. You can certainly keep in time with me, or you can do your own count of 5 on your own time. If you get finished before me, just hang out in tabletop and do some breathing. And what am I on, Spotty? Spotty always has to remind me of my reps because I get so excited to do them, I forget. He says I'm on number 3, and I'm going to number 4. Let's moo it out up here. Moo. And meow. Last one now. What we're doing is we're waking up our spine, getting it really flexy. All right, curl those toes under, and let's downward dog it. Go ahead and walk your dog. Notice that you should have your body weight pushed back. Yeah, so you get the upper body with some strength, your arms, your fingertips, your palms. Go ahead and walk your feet to your hands. Say hello, toes, hello, hands, and then squat down and then sit down. That's right. We're going to get our heart rate going a little bit, so we're going to do 5 rock and roll ups. So first we coax our body, and then we start to move a little bit quicker. And so let's go. 1, 2, 3. I love doing these. 4. I think before school I'm going to do 5 of these a day. 5. And then go ahead and roll up. Oh. And then hold your hands in front of your heart. And notice just a little bit of quick movement. And your heart beats faster. That's a good thing. It means that we're getting some cardio. Another fancy word for you. Let's go ahead and interlock our fingers and stretch our elbows up. And exhale. Look down, stretch down. We call these elbow smiles. So when your elbows are smiling, you should be smiling too. Spotty, are they smiling? He says, yes, sirree, they are. And then frown for me. Frown all the way down. Let's see, one more time. Inhale. And then go ahead and exit up, and float it down. Backwards wave, everybody. I see you. You guys do good backwards wave. Now, opposite hand on Tom. Inhale, inhale, and exhale it out. Backwards wave. I see you. Oh, let's shake it to the left and shake it to the right. We were thinking today, we're here in Minnesota, we are starting school pretty soon. And so we were thinking about all the adventures that we had this summer. And one of the adventures we had is we went in a boat. So right now, we are going to create a boat with our bodies. So you can be in a short boat and you can rock and roll it back and forth. Or you could bring your legs in and out, create those waves. A lot of our yoga time together is using your imagination. So picture those waves splashing on you. You can even pretend you have a rubber ducky. And then you could go one leg, then the other leg, like a paddle boat. Look at that. Now let's go for 3, 2, 1. Oh, done. Lay on your back. Here we go. All right, team. We're going to go ahead here. And I should get my whole head on the mat, right? All right, let's go ahead and just lay down and bring one leg up and stretch it up. Now, once it's up here, we're gonna point and flex. Point those awesome toes and flex those awesome toes. Do you know that your toes help you balance? That's right, if you didn't have toes, keep flexing and pointing. You would be a little bit wobbly, like a Lego. Go ahead and put that leg down. And then inhale, breathing. Stretch it up and stretch it down. Well, actually not like a Lego. When I was little, we had these things called wibble wobble, but they don't fall down. That's what I was talking about. They look like Legos, but the bottom part aren't straight. They're rounded and wiggly. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Now bring up both those legs and arms and point and flex. Do you see what I'm doing here? I'm flexing my wrists and my ankles at the same time. Now we're going to open up our knees and bring our arms through there like this. But watch what I'm going to do next. When I bring my arms behind, I'm crossing my legs. So I go down, opposite cross. There we go. Opposite cross. So good for our brain to do things opposite each side. There you go. Here we go. Let's try for 2 more each side. That's 1. And that's 1 on that side. Let's point our toes for the last 2. Oh, do you see the difference? Do you feel the difference? bring your knees in. That's all we need to do is notice the different feelings in our body as we're working together. Give yourself a squeeze, if you please, and then go ahead and stretch one leg out straight. And then bring one leg up straight, capital letter L, and then switch it. Oh yeah, and then both legs down. Palms up. We're going to be in what's called Savasana. If you've been here before, you know. We do this at the end of every class. And don't be mistaken, we are not done yet. We're just taking a planned rest. So, I want you to go ahead and relax your toes. Relax your shoulders. And relax your belly too. Now I want you to interlock your fingers and place them right on your belly button. That's right. And then I want us to inhale together. When we inhale through our nose, you'll notice that your hand goes up because your belly goes out. That's good. And when you exhale through your nose, your hands go down and your belly goes down. Let's do 5 like that. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. Inhale. Exhale. In and out. Now bend up one leg and interlock your strong fingertips right below it. And we're going to bring our knee towards our shoulder. You won't ever touch it, and you don't need to. It's just about giving yourself a good squeeze on this one leg. Take a look in the camera to notice that both shoulders are down on the floor. I'm not up like this. Everything's down flat on the floor, and I'm breathing in and breathing out. Both hands down, legs down. Take a breath and lower it. And bring that opposite leg up. Interlock your fingers. Give yourself a squeeze and bring that knee to that shoulder. Tuck your chin. Breathe deep and full here. This is so good for our digestive system. Our digestive system includes our belly and our pancreas and our intestines. So many good things. And when they get a little pressure between the thigh and the belly, it helps stop the process for a minute. And then when you release, fresh oxygen to that place. Now we're going to go ahead and bend both knees up. See if you can grab your elbows outside your legs. If you can't, you can go ahead and grab your forearms or even your fingers. Get as much as you can and then fold back down and give yourself a big, huge squeeze. Inhale, breathing, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I am awesome. Say that to yourself. I am awesome. And then popcorn it out. Yes, you are. Breathe here and star. Legs are wide open. Arms are out. Breathing always normal. We're going to go ahead and bring one arm across and back, across and back. Go ahead and inhale. Make an X at the top and all the way down. Make an X at the top and all the way down. Let's bring our legs in the game. Exit and out. Exit and out. In and out. In and out. All right, let's go do a rock and roll up. And let's get our heartbeat even more. I'm going to go turn the screen so that you can see full body. And we're going to do some flow together. We are going to do some flow together, and I can't wait. You keep breathing in and out, in and out, in and out. All right, well, there we go, there we go. Now you can see my whole body. Start out, fold it in. Start out, fold it in. Inhale, breathing, bright star. Exhale, breathing, quiet star. Inhale, look up. Exhale, quiet down. And then stand in the middle. Heart, hands on your heart. You can close your eyes for this and just breathe for a minute. Feet are together. Arms down by your side. How are they looking, Spotty? I knew it. Right on task. Inhale, breathing, palms up. Interlock your fingers, release your index finger, grip tight and stretch up. This is your own personal arrow. It'll navigate everywhere you go. Inhale, breathing, stretch up. It's a straight arrow. Bend it to the side. It's a bending arrow. Come on to the other side, bending arrow on this side, and then come back to the center. We can bend our spine in 4 different directions. So we just went side to side. Let's do it one more time again so you can feel what that feels like. Sideways flexion, look at you. And then we're gonna look up. I'm gonna stay into the side here so that you can notice that sometimes to do a backward bend, all I have to do is drop my head back. Now, if you're feeling safe, secure, you can come back a little bit more like this. And then, of course, we fold forward for forward pose, hands to feet pose. Drop that head down. And then go ahead, make sure your feet are apart for this one. And turn upside down and grab those elbows. And then just hang there and ragdoll for a minute. It feels so good to go upside down. I try to go upside down 8 times a day. And then rise up, roll up. Breathe up, stretch it up at the top, and then float your arms down. That was so good. All right, we're gonna take a wide step, and we're gonna put our hands on our hips like we're sussy. We're gonna shake like we're sussy. And then we're gonna get very, very proper, and we're gonna say a proper good morning, even if it's midday. Bend in half, good morning to you. Bend in half, good morning to you. Turn your knee, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna bend one knee down and keep one knee straight. Feel that, we're dropping our hips. We're gonna turn to our bent knee, interlock your fingers behind you, and then round forward. We're working on balance here. So if you start to lose your balance, you can stop wherever you are. Our final destination is forehead to knee, but that takes practice. So give yourself a gentle reminder that if you haven't touched your forehead to knee, no problemo. You'll get there with a little practice. What we do on one side, you gotta do on the other. Let's turn this way. Bend this knee. Give yourself a smile for the effort that you're doing. Spotty says you're doing so great. And then fold forward, breathe forward, stretch forward, touch your forehead to your knee. And then come back up with me. Go ahead and walk your feet together. It's kind of fun to walk like that. Hips width apart. And then go ahead and squat with me. We at Virtual Y believe that if we squat every day, we do so much good health to our back and our neck and our hips. And in fact, this is the perfect place to tell you, you know who needs to squat even more than you do? Any adult in your life, because they've forgotten how to squat. You guys probably squat a lot. So if there's any adult in the room, bring them on into this kid, Miss Beth's Hearthood yoga, because actually yoga's more fun with the whole family. And we are going to be doing some family videos in the future. So bring them in at the beginning. So good. Oh, here we go. Do you see the music changing? So now we're gonna do this. We're gonna bend up a little bit, lift our toes in the air, and sneak our feet, our hands underneath. Your toes match up with your wrists. And then when I'm bent in my squat, I'm looking at you. And when I exhale and I turn upside down, I'm looking through my legs. Inhale, I see you. Exhale, long and strong. Inhale, you're awesome. Exhale, long and strong. Inhale, you are strong. Exhale, hips up. Inhale, one more. Exhale, sneak your fingers out. That's right. And then what we're gonna do is go to the back of where you're standing. Now, we love to tell folks, you do not need a mat to do this class, but if you have one and you like to use it, go for it. We're gonna stand back here and we're gonna take a big step into warrior one. Notice that my front foot is bent, my back foot is at 45, and my arms are straight up like the number 11. Warrior two, it's me looking at you, you looking at me, like a lowercase t. Do you see it? And today, let's open up our heart for gentle warrior, where you look up at your hand, your back hand is touching the back of your knee, and you're breathing with me. So beautiful, warriors, joyful warriors. Come back out. Now, Spotty tells me what we do on one side, we must do on the other. So come back to that spot where you're standing strong and true, silent and still. Take a breath and make a mental note which leg you stepped forward with. And this time, step forward with the opposite leg. Inhale, breathing. Number 11. Drop your hips down. Lowercase t. Gentle warrior with me. Awesome. All right, now put hand, foot, hand, come back in plank. Now this is a strong pose where you are using all of your muscles, but you want to get an exact diagonal from the top of your head to your heels. Bring your belly up mostly. Drop a knee, howl it out with me. Oh, and come back to child's pose. All right, we're going to keep on rocking, keep on rolling. Lay on your belly and bend your knees up. And then inhale, breathing, stretch up, lift up, go up, look up. Hold it here. And slow it down. Child's pose. Here at the Virtual Y, we like to do a fist, forehead child's pose. But if you want to try it another way, we always like choices. So this is one way. The other way is just to lower your head, and this is a little bit more of a quiet way when you want to be even more in your cave. So good. All right, team, we're going to thread the needle now. So you're going to take one arm through, squat back, and thread and stretch the other arm. Let's talk through that again. So you're in tabletop. You're going to bend back and thread your arm through and feel that stretch on your shoulder and arm. Great work. Come back to tabletop. Thread your other arm through and then squat back into child's pose. Beautiful. And then come back to tabletop. We're going to now bring one knee through. This is called pigeon's pose, and it feels really good. So you can lay down on one of your legs as your leg is bent. My hands still look the same. One thing that we want to practice is knowing where all of our body parts are in a pose. So my hands both look the same. My wrists are down on the ground. My elbows are down, and my shoulders are directly above my elbows. Breathe in here. You might be noticing that sometimes we hold certain poses longer. That's on purpose. It allows us to open up our body. But we're ready to get out of this pose, so listen closely. You're going to get back on your fingertips and push yourself back into plank, right? That's that diagonal. I like to practice plank every single day. And then bring your opposite knee up, lay it back down on the ground, and breathe. Look at your hands. Are they the same? Are your elbows lined up? All of it matters. It's called alignment. What another... Spotty Scotty, this class is all about fancy words. Alignment. Where our body parts are in space during a pose. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, go ahead and get out of that. Fantastic you. Go ahead and sit crisscross applesauce. Oh, put your hands on your heart and say thank you and say your name. Thank you, Beth. And you get to say thank you and say your name like Spotty. He closes his eyes and he says, thank you, Spotty. and allow your heart to hear it, allow your brain to hear it, and then blink your eyes wide open. And we want you to open your ears wide because we at the Virtual Y also thank you for showing up, practicing, and being together in community. So we'll see you next time. Spotty Scotty wants me to remind you of 2 things this time. Thing number 1, it's always the same, kindness rules. So bring your awesome queen and king selves out there and rule the kingdom with kindness. And the second thing is, you will get better and stronger and more reset if you practice 1 or 2 or 3 of these poses, these intentional movements, and some breathing every day. So let's see a 2 thumbs up commitment, people. If you are willing to do 1 to 3 poses and a breathing exercise till we meet again. Look at that, Spotsterama. We got some committed kids out there. Hey, kids, go ahead and teach your family what you learned here. Oh, we could talk to you all day, but I'm looking at the owl, and he's saying, Miss Beth, it's time for another class. So we must bid adieu. Hoo-hoo, Spotty and team. Hoo-hoo. We'll see you all real soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.